Today, I'll demonstrate to you how to trade breakouts using this incredibly precise support and resistance indicator. With the aid of this indicator, you will be able to accurately recognize breakouts and determine when to enter a position. Please subscribe to the site before we begin so that we can continue producing these free videos. Let's get started now that we have cleared that up. First, let's go to Purchasing View. Let's then put the indicator to the chart after that. Look for the Bjorgum Key Levels indicator under the Indicator Search option. Choose the Bjorgum indicator and add it to the display. We must first comprehend how the sign functions before we can begin using it. The indicator attempts to display the three most important price action events: breakouts, traps or false breakouts, and backcheck. These 3 points, if correctly identified, can represent some of the most important points of movement in an asset's price history. This means that using just these 3 criteria, you can correctly forecast how an asset's price will change and the movements you can anticipate. Consequently, let's examine the notes that can be made using this indicator. First, let's examine a purchase position. You should consider the lines as points of support and opposition. The price has thus closed above the line in this instance, as can be seen. This indicates that a resistance level has been overcome, and we will now take a purchase position. The most recent swing bottom will serve as our stop loss. We plan to aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1.5 times for the take profit. Let's now watch to see how the deal turns out. The regulations will be somewhat different for a sell situation. Here, we can see that the price ended below the 2 lines. This indicates that the price will decline further because it has broken through a support level. Knowing this, we will now take a sell strategy. Our stop loss will be set at the most recent surge high. We intend to aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1.5 times for the take advantage. Let's now watch to see how the deal turns out. Although the indicator is very effective, using it alone will still result in a significant number of false indications. In order to create a highly profitable plan, let's add another indicator to the chart. Look for the rolling VWAP gauge under the Indicator Search tab. Choose the TradingView indicator and add it to the screen. The only sign we added was that one. Let's now modify the indicator's parameters. To access the Style tab, go to the Indicator Preferences. The rolling VWAP line's hue will be changed to make it more noticeable. Make careful to adjust the line's thickness as well. Currently, you can exit the Settings tab. The VWAP indicator will be used as a trend direction sign. This means that by using this indicator, we can eliminate signals that are in opposition to the main pattern. The price is currently moving above the VWAP line, as can be seen. This implies that we will ignore the short indications that the key levels indicator provides. As you can see, we can eliminate a lot of losing transactions by using the indicator. However, in order to ensure that the strategy will be as accurate as feasible, we are still lacking a final confirmation indicator. To finish this approach, let's add this last indicator to the chart. Look for the Super Trend Oscillator indicator under the Indicator Search option. Choose the Lux Algo indicator and add it to the display. Once you've done that, go to the Indicator Options and select the Style tab. Since we won't need these plot elements for the plan, along with the lines and labels, we will remove them. To improve visibility, we will also modify the signal line's hue and thickness. The plan is now finished after we've completed that. First, let's examine the best time to open a purchase position. The price must first be moving above the VWAP before we can proceed. This suggests that the tendency is up at the moment. The critical levels indicator will need to be examined next. We must confirm that the price has crossed the barrier line. This suggests that a bullish tendency may be beginning in the market. The Super Trend indicator will provide the final piece of evidence that we require. The Super Trend Oscillator's bar must be green and higher than the blue indicator line. Since every requirement has been satisfied, we will take a purchase position. The latest swing low or one of the levels will serve as the stop loss points. Based on the market's present volatility, you can decide which is best. We'll aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1.5 times for the take profit. Let's now examine how the transaction will proceed. Let's now examine the best time to initiate a sell position. The price must first be moving below the rolling VWAP line before we can proceed. This suggests that the tendency is down right now. The critical levels indicator will need to be examined next. It is important to confirm that the price has fallen below the support level. Due to the market support having been broken through, this suggests that a bearish pattern may be beginning. This indicates that there is a strong likelihood that the price will decrease further. The super trend indicator will provide the final piece of evidence that we require. The super trend oscillator's bar must be crimson and below the signal line's blue line. We will take a sell stake because all requirements have been satisfied. The latest swing high or one of the levels will serve as the stop loss points. Based on the market's present volatility, you can decide which is best. We'll aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1.5 times for the take profit. Let's now examine how the transaction will proceed. As you can see, the transaction was extremely successful. Here, we can see that the market has traversed the support. The price has closed below the critical levels line, so we know this. The super trend oscillator bar is crimson, as can also be seen. More significantly, we can see that the bar is below the blue warning line in this image. However, because the rolling VWAP line is below the price, we will not take the trade. This suggests that the tendency is up at the moment. Consequently, we won't take the job. Okay, so now that you know the trading setup, let's actually do our backtest on a 5-minute time frame and see if the outcomes are reasonable or not. I just finished the backtesting, and these results have surprised me. Our win rate is 70%, and the profits end up at 11%. I would also like to mention that these results will be different when trading live, so always try the strategy for yourself before using it. Guys, feel free to run back and forward testing on various markets and times to gauge how well it performs. If you want to see one of my other trading strategies I use when day trading, check this video right here, because this strategy works great on the every time frame you want. I'll see you guys next time.